I'm Troy. That's Ryan. Welcome to Albums Anonymous, where we are bringing you the freshest tracks straight out of the Permanent Records studio. But as always this week, we are centering the episode's focus around an album that we love. Ryan's choice this week is Stranger Than Fiction by Bad Religion, released in 1994. Is that right? Or no, 90. Actually, we'll come back to that.
It doesn't matter.
Either way, we're going to talk about this album in depth as we go, but we have some new demos brought into us that we thought we would just try sharing directly on the podcast without either of us hearing it before. So now we're going to hear this for the first time, just as our audience is hearing it for the first time, right? So, Ryan, do you want to start with the one that you received?
Yeah, I do. This track is called "I Love Love."
Do we have an artist name to go with this, or TBD?
The Salty Salamanders.
Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah.
To whoever stole my creepy baby, snail sculpture off my porch, I hope it haunts you and you have bad luck. I curse you like reverse Cupid. I love love and you love love. Let's find love like two dope doves. We passed each other on Gladstone in front of Holy Ghost. You have the exact same pixie cut with blondish pink hair as me, and you said something I didn't hear through my headphones, but I think it was nice hair, and we both laughed. It was like that meme with the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other. I love love and you love love. Let's find love like two dope doves. You said I looked pretty as I was looking at the mouthwashes. I said you weren't so bad yourself. I was too shy in the moment, but saw you at the checkout line. Later on you let me take a spot in line, but I checked out with my items before I could ask you out for coffee. You wore a beanie and glasses, super cute LMK. If you wanna get a drink sometime, I love love and you love love. Let's find love like two dope doves. We had a brief conversation about thrifting for clothes. I said your Velcro breast pocket was cool, and you showed off the 10 dyes pants you found recently. I had the perfect opportunity to write my phone number down and give it to you, but my single man brain didn't think fast enough. Alas, the store closed after our cute exchange. This is such a shot in the dark, but maybe we can treasure hunt at the village market together. Nasally, I love love and you love love. Let's find love like two dope doves. Everybody with very squeaky voices now. I love love and you love love. Let's find love like two dope doves.
Why didn't the people with squeaky voices join in?
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounded like a misconnection.
What do you mean?
The misconnections. That's what that sounded like to me.
Like a band called the Misconnections?
Like in the Craigslist misconnections, where they're just desperately trying to figure out if they can find their way back to somebody that they missed.
That didn't sound that desperate.
Well, not desperately.
No. Yeah, maybe. Why? What makes you think that?
Well, it just sounded like that. I don't know what else to say.
Do you read those often, or?
I haven't in a long time, but
I actually love reading those. It brings me a lot of joy. And
do you love reading them?
I do love reading them. And I think whoever posts on there is brave. I love Craigslist. I met my band through Craigslist.
Really?
Yeah.
Your current band?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I met Joe I was probably like 2022.
Oh,
Like-
I thought you like knew Joe through like work or something like that.
Why did you assume that?
I don't know.
No. Yeah, like so, like COVID, the COVID thaw out it started later here in Portland. Like we were like all about the masks for a long time.
Yeah, dude. Way longer than it should have been.
Even after others thought it wasn't cool anymore.
Basically, every other state had dropped the mask mandates, and Oregon was like, you know what? We're going to reinstate it, actually.
Let's keep
And
this going.
yeah,
let's keep this party going.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That was a
But
rough time for me.
yeah, me too. And I was like, oh man, I need to jam with some people again. And so I put out. No, I didn't put out an ad on Craigslist. I looked at people's stuff on Craigslist, and then I found Joe's stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna message this guy. And then he showed up in my garage, and it was like super awkward. I was like, this is either gonna go well, or this guy's gonna stab me and kill me, and I'll just be bleeding on my garage floor. So after he stabbed me, no.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be one of those two extremes. It could have been somewhere in between.
It was actually somewhere in between. Like it was fun, but like we were both like had so much social anxiety due to just like not hanging out with people during COVID that like we forgot how to jam, which was kind of funny, and it was like really awkward.
Oh.
But I was
it worked
like,
out.
yeah, I was like, this guy's funny enough, and you know, it was fun. And I hope he felt the same way. And so we just kept on jamming, and then we put out another ad on Craigslist for like a bass player or something, and then like the one of the few shows we had at the time, like she showed up to it, and we met her, and then that was Sam.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's how that started. But
I never knew that story.
No, but I heard you have a track, like a tape to listen to.
Yeah. Well, this tape came in. Well, this demo came in, and it caught my eye. Just mostly because Bad Religion is our topic of this week. So I've been listening to a lot of Bad Religion, and just the name caught my eye. Just kind of, I don't know, the synchronicity around all of this that we do.
Okay.
They're called the Church of Satan.
Oh, wow.
And the track title was Beelzebub. So I'm curious to see what we get here.
Yeah, me too. Let's do it. Oh no.
Sweet Satan, hail, sweet Satan.
Oh no.
Oh my God, Lord, Satan. Beelzebub, 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 rub-a-dub-dub in the tub. The adversary, the accuser, Prince of darkness, Father of lies. Oh, sweet Satan, Satan, hail, sweet Satan, Satan, oh my dark Lord, Satan. Beelzebub, 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 rub-a-dub-dub in the tub. The serpent, the dragon, the tempter, in the Garden of Eden. Old Nick, Old Scratch, Prince of Lies. Oh, sweet Satan, Satan, hail,
I like it.
Wow. That was pretty catchy, actually.
Yeah, that was good. Very Mormon Tabernacle. You know,
No, I don't know.
that's what the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Mormon Tabernacle?
It's like the most famous choir in the world.
That sounds like a type of fish, a tabernacle.
I think it's like a giant place of worship.
Oh.
It's like a cathedral sort of thing.
I don't think they would like that song.
No, the Mormons wouldn't like that song. No.
Who would like that song?
The Church of Satan.
Yeah, they probably like that song, actually. That's a good point.
It sounds very religious,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting a SATB track. You know what that means?
Soprano, alto, tenor, bass.
It's pretty good. It's an alto, not alter, but yeah.
I said alto.
You said alter.
No, I didn't.
Check the tape.
Let's play it back.
Nah, it was close enough. It was,
Oh my
it's
God.
pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah,
Maybe
that was
maybe I said altar because I had the Satanic Temple church stuff on my mind. Make a sacrifice at the alto.
I do see why you picked this track though, because I've had
It's
a
the first time I'm hearing it. To be fair,
yeah.
I like it though.
Well, just from the name is what your story was.
Well, that's what caught my eye. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not a very good listener, but you know, I was just trying to segue into the album that we're talking about.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get into Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction.
Yes. So I love this album, and if I recall, I think this was maybe my first CD that I had. So last time I got to choose, I did Green Day, and I talked about one of the first tapes that I remember playing.
Yeah.
And that was Green Day's Dookie. But this was like one of the first CDs. And like I remember, I think I was probably in, it came out in 1994, I think. But
Yeah, let me check that.
so yeah, I was like,
Yeah, 94.
so I think I started listening to them maybe in like middle school or something. Like my brother had the CD, so I don't think we had it like when it first came out. But I remember like bringing that like gray album cover like into school and just touching the CD and just like, you know, just being kind of like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And just listening to it over and over again. And honestly, I could still listen to this album over and over again. And it's a really good album to listen to when your life's not going that well. And you know, I have a lot of good things going for me. My kids are great, but man, my job sucks. And, this fucking CEO, she probably hangs out with Beelzebub because she's just, it drives me nuts. But like, I'm just in my boss. I'm just like, oh, why are you two so awful? But yeah, like listening to this album, like I needed to listen to this album this week. That's why I chose this one. Cause I was just like, you know, I don't know how many fun facts I'm going to have about it, but like, it's the vibe I want right now.
It's like comfort food for your ears.
Yes.
Is that kind of what you're saying?
But he's like pissed off, you know, and speaking about the truth. I should say they, because, you know, I just did some research right before this, and like, you know, one of the like guitarists was a songwriter too. Wasn't necessarily like the lead singer, but you know, their content and like the flow of that album and just the vibe of it, like when you're kind of pissed off, like it is a rockin' album to listen to, and you're just like, oh, get some of my power back. want to listen to it.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's fast and it hits all the right tones for what you're looking for with that specific kind of music, just looking at, like I personally, I've known about Bad Religion like my whole life. I never had any of their CDs or anything. Like my parents never would have let me have that because I grew up in a very Christian household, and their logo was basically a crucifix with a no sign over it. But like, if you listen to any sort of alternative radio station in the 90s and early 2000s, like Bad Religion was a regular, like they had a lot of tracks that you would hear all the time. So like I was always very familiar with them, but I didn't know a whole lot about their like history or their importance to the punk rock movement, any of that kind of stuff. So looking into kind of that backstory was interesting this week as I was kind of preparing for this podcast, listening to the album, obviously, but this was widely considered their sellout album.
Yeah.
By all their fan base, which they had a pretty loyal fan base up to this point, and they were completely independent, but they signed to Atlantic Records and then released this album as their first one on Atlantic Records. And prior to that, their guitarist, Brett Gurewitz, he was the original founder of Epitaph Records, which is the most important punk rock label, like independent label ever, right? Like there's all No Effects, Rancid, The Offspring, like there's just so many extremely important punk rock bands that like came through that label, which is pretty cool. This band started in 1979. Wow. So they were like founders of the punk rock movement in a lot of ways, but brought about kind of their own take on it,
Totally. When the Sex Pistols were like before that, and there's the Ramones, there's a few other.
Well, that was like 70s punk rock. But Bad Religion brought about like a melodic element to it.
Yeah,
like
totally.
they started doing like 3-part harmonies, which punk rock had absolutely no interest in up until that point. So they like kind of proved that you can have like a beautiful component to the music and not just be purely like thrashing with 3 chords and that's it.
Totally.
So but yeah, I mean they're a pretty important piece of musical history.
For sure. And I did mention that Brad Gurewitz, he was
Brett.
When I did my research, I typed in Brad, and then the AI was like, yeah, that's like a common thing that people call him because they're kind of pissed about him selling out. It did say that he like left because he wanted to focus on Epitaph Records. Like he was just like couldn't do the band thing and the record label thing all at once, and the record label was like taking off essentially. Yeah. So, what I was gonna say, he's like the guy that was doing like the oohs and the ahs and like the really good like kind of like background vocals.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like a pretty specific piece of this band. They do that, and it sounds freaking awesome. And it's like juxtaposed from like the lead singer's like really kind of like gritty, just unique voice. I love that guy's voice.
His voice is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hits notes that you don't expect in the type of music as well. Like
totally.
he kind of like branches out a lot. But yeah, those punk harmonies that he's the guitarist is singing and in the background, like other members of the band, obviously but the fan base started calling it oozing, because there was just so much, like, so frequently they would just be oozing the whole time, you know. So that's what
awesome.
they called him. But I forget what I was just gonna say.
That's okay.
Oh, the lead singer though, this is fascinating. Greg Graffin. I don't know if you learned this in your research also, but caught my eye right away. Not only is he the lead singer and one of the founding members of Bad Religion, but simultaneously, throughout his time in the band, was also a university lecturer and evolutionary biologist with a PhD from Cornell University. He's also he's a featured professor at UCLA.
Yeah.
Like, what the
I knew this guy was really smart, but
yeah,
I didn't know.
that's crazy level smart, dude.
Yeah, this guy's brilliant. And it's kind of a shame I didn't take more time to dive into the lyrics this week, but the lyrics are really good.
Yeah.
And they're kind of, especially at the time, they were talking about topics that just people didn't really talk about, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's always kind of stuck out to me. But I just like the music of it too. I can't tell you how many times I listened to 21st Century Digital Boy when I got this album. But I will say I love the whole album in its entirety. But dude, I feel like I'm a fucking 21st Century Digital Boy, and it's just getting worse, man. So,
well, they were really way ahead of the curve with that. That particular song lyric, just kind of, 1994, social media was still 15 plus years away, really. I mean, at least 10 years away. And so kind of just even already thinking ahead into where this is going to actually take us is pretty forward thinking
totally
thing. But, their lyrics are often geared around, they're clearly very anti-authority, which is a common theme in punk rock, right? Which is, I think, why they've always stuck to their roots of the punk rock genre. But it's just fascinating that he's a university lecturer, an evolutionary biologist, and just thinking about these very, very hyper philosophical, not necessarily philosophical, but just analyzing society
totally
on a kind of metaphysical level almost, is the vocabulary in the lyrics is pretty stark.
Yeah.
It's not just fuck everyone and fuck you.
Exactly.
It's there's a lot of thought behind a lot of it, which is something I really appreciate.
Totally. And I think they touch on mental health and stuff, which is really, really progressive for that time. But going back to 21st Century Digital Boy, this song, totally like a sci-fi writer, you know what I mean? It's like they predicted the future.
Yeah.
And then this song really holds up. I would love to know what inspired this song, but I can't believe it. The way you look sometimes, like a trampled flag on a city street. Oh yeah, that's how I feel this week, like a trampled flag on a city street.
Yeah.
But the chorus, 'cause I'm a 21st century digital boy. I don't know how to live, but I've got a lot of toys. My daddy's a lazy middle class intellectual. My mom is on Valium, so ineffectual. And life a mystery, yeah. The lyrics in that chorus are so good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that could be happening to someone today, having those same exact feelings,
Yeah.
Totally just hold up. Thanks for listening to me go a cappella on one of my favorite songs.
Well, I heard all the music along with it as you're going through. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. They also, this got me, here, I already forgot the name of the album now. Just doing some research on their history and everything. They actually put out this one album. Actually, I'm going to come back to that in a minute because I have to actually find the name of the album while we're doing that. So do you want to, maybe we should play some music. We've been talking for a little while. Let's play some music from the label.
Sure. I do have another punk rock song.
Okay. Yeah.
Called Dentist Creep.
That's in line with our theme tonight. Let's go for it.
Let's do it.
You're bossy, I know you're not flossing. Your gums are bleeding, your hair's receding, your breath smells my, you've been so naughty. I'm a brush without a mouth with no teeth, a face without a tooth, a meat that don't get beat. I'm in the mouth stuff, cause I'm a dentist. I tell my story, for my name is Rory. Oh my, what a dirty mouth. I am a dentist creep, dentist creep. Dentist creep. Dentist, cure me. What is the cause of my condition? Halitosis, stink, osmosis. You can badmouth me, then I'll make it better. I'm a brush without a mouth with no teeth, a face without a tooth, a meat that don't get beat. I'm in the mouth stuff, cause I'm a dentist. I tell my story, for my name is Rory.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's a weird one.
That is a weird one.
I think this dentist is like got like a bad breath kink. I think that's what I got from this one. I mean, that's brave to speak your truth.
Are you the type of person who flosses much more frequently when you know you have a dentist appointment coming up, just so that you can look better for your dentist than you normally would otherwise?
Yeah, I was that person, but then I had to like see my dentist more frequently because I wasn't taking care of my teeth well enough, and so now I floss every day.
Oh, good for you.
I mean, with the occasional slip up here and there, but like almost, I mean, I'll hit 30-day streaks, no problem.
If you had a weird dentist who was a creep and was telling you that your teeth needed a lot of extra help just to get you back into that chair more frequently, do you think that's like a scenario that you could see happening?
Like the dentist likes the patient, so they're lying?
Or they have, well, I don't know, just this song that I was just talking about, or that you just played. I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to make connections here.
Right.
That may not be there, but
what are you saying? I did have like a dental hygienist once that was really nervous. I think I told you about him, and I didn't like that. He was like jittering, and he kind of stunk, and it's like, oh, what is he gonna do to my teeth? I had to do like a cleaning, and it was scary, man. Like, I think for hiring for that job, like, it's fair to say they need to have some sort of level of confidence. If you're going to be like a dentist or a dental hygienist, that for that job, you need some sort of level of confidence. Because when the patient senses that you don't have confidence and you're about to go into their mouth with prehistoric tools,
that's a terrifying experience for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be scary. I'm glad that didn't happen to me. Do you know that song by Lady Antebellum that was really popular like 20 years ago?
How does it go?
I don't remember. But the reason I bring that up is because if I were to hear it right now, it would put me right back into the dental chair, because I remember very vividly they had that song playing on. You know how like dentist offices have just like the worst playlists all the time.
Yes.
Like they're just such terrible music. And I remember having something done to my teeth that was just like basically torture. Just sitting there in that dentist chair on your back, you're so helpless and exposed. And that song just like playing, I mean, it was a genuine torture experience. And like that, so that song, anytime I've ever heard it, and my brain might be in some sort of survivalist state where like I can't actually hear what it sounds like right now. But if that were to come on in any given situation, it takes me right back to that moment.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have a song like that, but that's so funny. I was gonna say with the dental music, I've lived here like 10 years now, and like I forgot how bad music can be, especially in like a dentist's office or
a department store.
Yeah, something like that. But like even like the bad like dental music here in Portland is not that bad. It's honestly not that bad. Like
actually, that's true. My dentist generally doesn't play terrible music.
Yeah.
Like that now that Spotify at least like can take over for people. So,
but I haven't like encountered like people playing this kind of like god awful music that I would hear in California when I lived there. Like I used to work at Rite Aid when I was like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
And it was across the street from like an old folks home. So like I always knew like when they're buying like the vodka, the enemas, and the prune juice that they're in for a good night.
You can tell a lot about people's purchases at Rite Aid.
Oh yeah. It was actually kind of fun to work there, but like the song I remember was
Michelle Branch.
Michelle Branch.
Yes.
Oh, that fucking song was on all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh,
that's
no.
definitely one of them.
That one.
Making my way downtown.
I just remember like 16, 17, I was just like, anytime that would come on, I would just freaking get the cringies. And I just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, you're there for like 8 hours and you gotta,
Oh my
you
God,
hear
yeah,
that
I
song like at least 5 or 6 times in your shift. You know?
I used to work at Home Depot. I worked actually at Home Depot on and off like maybe 3 or 4 different times from when I was like 18 to like, I don't know, 24 or something like that. And they never changed the playlist throughout that entire time. Never. There was one playlist and it was just on repeat every single fucking day. Mm-hmm. And that it was the same, like just top 100 bullshit that you would hear on any terrible radio station. It was just the same over and over and over and over. And any song on that playlist, I just like can't to this day.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that song.
I totally
There's a Paul Simon song on that. Paul Simon's good. But I cannot listen to that song. I can't.
Oh my God. This just reminded me of the my my friend's mom. I was really good friends with, and still am good friends with them. This family across the street, twin brothers, and then they had an older sister. But you know, our family's really close, and like his mom would play the same fucking tape in our carpool every single day, the same tape, you know, and like one of the most annoying songs from that tape was "She wore a itsy bitsy teeny weeny cowboy bikini as you were on the." Oh my god, that song is awful,
Man,
and then
that's brutal.
when Red Wine would kick on it, I'd be like, oh, thank God it's not the itsy bitsy teeny weeny bikini song. Red Wine. But
That song drives me nuts too.
that's it does. But it's just like all those songs were just so bad. And that was the only tape she had. The only one.
Yeah.
And we listened to the same fucking songs for like years in the carpool.
That was a simpler time. And in some ways that was good. Actually, in most ways it was good that it was a simpler time. But as far as like diversity of music opportunity and what you were listening to at any given time, we live in a pretty good time right now.
Yeah.
I actually recently watched this video explaining sort of the dynamics in like the economics of the music industry and how much it's shifted to how much people pay for music just to listen to versus paying for live concert tickets. And it's like completely switched. It's completely reversed from how it used to be.
Yeah.
Like the music industry for so long was artists would go on tour to promote the album so that they could sell records. Now, you don't sell records. You sell concert tickets on your tour, and you sell merch and whatever. But like that's how you actually make your money as an artist. You make very, very little on the actual because you're paying $14 a month for Spotify or whatever.
Yeah.
So in a given year, you're paying like $130 total. Whereas if you were an audiophile, you were spending a lot more than that on purchasing music, you know, prior to Napster.
Oh yeah.
But it's just an interesting thought, an interesting concept.
Do you miss your CD wallet?
I have it in the next room over, my old CD wallet.
Hell yeah.
We should pull that out sometime and look through what I've got in there because there's some gems.
Oh, I'm glad you kept it, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the CD wallet was very special to me.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Back in the day, that was like
And that was something that people would steal too. They would like break into your car and steal your CD wallet. And that happened to a few people I know.
Did you have the CDs in the visor thing in your car?
Oh yeah.
Did you have that too? Where you like pulled the visor down and it was like all the CDs in the little sleeve like that? That was my favorite piece.
Dope,
I loved that.
But the changing CDs while driving, not everybody's good at it. my friend Chris, I told you about in the last podcast, the death metal singer. He would be. I saved his ass from like a couple times crashing into another car because he would be like we'd be like listening to power metal and he'd be like changing out the CDs while he's driving.
Yeah.
And that was pretty common. And like on some freeways, this is not a good idea. And I remember like taking the wheel because he was using both his hands to, you know, change out the CDs and like, you know, helping him avoid crashing into a car by going over the shoulder.
To be fair, though, I'm not sure that that's any more dangerous than what I see constantly on the road now, which is people looking down at their phone and like texting while they're driving, which is now I would argue a significantly greater danger than changing out CDs was back then.
True, but you
But
don't-
either way, distracted driving
Yeah.
is dangerous no matter what. So
and you could just use your voice to text now, people. Yeah, just
Yeah,
click the
that's true.
button. That's what I do. But I think we should get back to the music, man. I discovered this band, and it's really cool. I don't really want to spoil what the genres are, but I feel like we've discovered maybe another new combination and another new genre. So I'm really excited.
okay.
Let's go. Death to Slack.
Death to slack. Death to slack. Death to slack. Death to slack.
That beat was so sick.
That was sick, huh?
Yeah, that was awesome. So that this person's like struggling with walking a slack line. Is that?
You, why you little?
Is that? I mean, that's what I was picturing. Is somebody because my brother's really good at the slack line, and he would always bust it out at like family occasions, and like everybody would take a turn. Like people were good at it, and I just never was. So I could just see myself hiding behind the tree, just death to slack, that kind of thing.
Just angry at Slack lines. No, I think this is about the internet software, Slack, that helps you communicate more poorly with each other
Oh,
via
that
chat
makes sense. Yeah.
and huddle.
Yeah. I haven't used Slack in years, and I am so much happier now
Oh my
than I
God.
used to be when I had Slack, because Slack users, and forgive me, you correct me if I'm wrong. You're more recently involved in this, but Slack users, I think, have forgotten that email exists.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually a more efficient way to communicate a lot of things
Yes.
than just throwing a bunch of messages and sending attachments and files over a very disorganized space.
It is fucking chaos.
It's ridiculous.
My fucking company does almost everything over Slack, and it is a fucking shit show. and it's
I know exactly what you're
it's a
talking
horrible it's a horrible hell, like I mentioned not too long ago to my wife that I feel trapped in a purgatory because like all day long I'm getting da 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 da, which sounds like some word painting in this song, by the way, that rhythm. Da da da. Ba, 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 ba. And I'm just like, oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, it's me getting publicly shamed in this Slack channel in front of everybody once again by the CEO. Oh, not the CEO this time, my boss. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Every time I fuck up, I get tomatoes thrown at me. via Slack.
Can you give me a specific example of how they publicly shame you on Slack? Because I'm just genuinely curious.
Well, I will get more shaming tomorrow because I definitely fucked up today. Played the wrong webinar video. That was supposed to be Simulive. Whoops. God, I mean, they're just running me ragged, dude. Like, I can't do 3 jobs in one, but some of these employers are like, oh yeah, Claude's just fucking doing Jeff's job now, and Claude's doing who's gone, and Amy's job is being done by Claude, but it's not really being done well, and it's just creating more work for humans sometimes, at least the way it's being used in my situation. But yeah, I'm like by the end of each day, and this is why I start off kind of Wednesdays a little bit weird in this podcast, because that's when just the pinnacle of the Slack dread and shit has gotten to me. But it is bad. It's just just all day long, Dude, I was in a fucking Google Meet today with, doing some sort of training for other employees, probably just to replace me at some point if they need to. And it was an important thing. And then the CEO's I didn't get back to her in time, so she's fucking huddling me. It's just a huddle is when the impatience of the Slack message, you didn't get a response back within 10 minutes, and now you're getting huddled. So I'm getting huddled with a video call in the middle of my meeting by the CEO. I was like, guys, she's calling me again, so I was gonna take this. And I'm not anybody important at this company. I'm just a lowly grunt on the totem pole, even though I'm pretty skilled. But in this company, I was desperate to get a job, so I'm a fucking grunt. And I'm just God, this sucks. But so I like this track. This track's dope.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like exactly the kind of song that you needed for today if you're feeling the effects of Slack.
Yeah.
But you also didn't quite answer my question, and I'm going to press you a little bit more on this.
Sure. I just went on.
Can I have a specific instance of you? Because you said they publicly humiliate you on Slack in front of the whole company, so they can all see what they're yelling at you about in Slack. Can you give me a specific example?
By the way, this is how my interviews go. Where the interviewer asks me a question, and then I just totally just forget it, and then I just talk about what I want to talk about. So
that's actually a genuine strategy for interviewing, though. By the way,
good
to kind of sort of answer the question, but then misdirect with a story.
That's politician.
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, I should do that more, strategically. But what I do is not
not strategic.
No,
it's just a mistake.
It's just a mistake. Yeah. Anyways, you asked me a question. I'm going to try to answer it. So, what kind of things do I get shamed for? Well, the thing I'm going to get shamed for tomorrow was the video thing, fucking up on the video thing.
Mm-hmm. But what do? They'd get on for the whole company to see on the entire company's Slack channel and just say, Ryan, you fucked up this up in this way. How does that actually happen? What?
Okay. So it's not always in front of the entire company. It might be just in front of 8 people, which is maybe 40% of the people I work with on a day to day. But it's like this, sometimes and a lot of times at the end of the day, I'm going to I'll do some work and then I'll just be nailed it. And I'll put it in there. And then the next morning, I'm just like, I totally nailed that shit from the night before, right? And then I go in there, and then I just see this fucking like shitstorm of Slack messages, and it'd be like, oh, this is a good example. This one I did totally fuck up bad on. This is a classic screw up. So like we have this Calendly software for like scheduling stuff, and then like I was just so burnt out that I created my own problem. Like I saw this thing where the settings said like, you know, you have to book the appointment in 3 days. You know, you can't book one immediately. And I was just like, that doesn't look right. And so I just started changing them for every single person and event type. And that wasn't good. Yeah, that was on there for a reason. But so that's not like a normal example of my day-to-day. That was a huge fuck up. That was bad. I was like, oh yeah, my bad. But a lot of times it's just like, you know, maybe they ask me for some like unclear directive on changing something on the website. And then they'll be like, that's not what we wanted, you know? And they'll just be like, Ryan, I asked for this. And you're like, at Ryan, I asked for this. And like, sometimes I'm like,
oh, and that's just like for the whole team to see. It's not like a direct message for you.
Dude, the other day I was getting fucking at Ryan in like 3 of these like, you know, big group channels. And I'm just like, and they just kept on at Ryaning me, you know? It just like kept on peppering me with at Ryan's. And I was just like,
it's giving me anxiety just listening to
just like,
to this.
fuck off, everybody. Fuck off.
And then they just like endlessly keep creating more and more and more channels, right?
Yes.
Like there's just all of a sudden you have 6 different channels for what you once just had one channel for, that you should still just have one channel for. And you can't even find anything anymore because you're just like, this is so fucking disorganized. And everybody just keeps creating channels for something else that they don't need to. And that now we're just, yeah, dude, I fucking hate Slack.
Oh, it sucks.
I get it, dude. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
This, literally just hearing you tell those stories right there just gave me PTSD from like working in the industry. And I'm glad I'm like not anymore because that shit sucks. I hate Slack.
That's why we got to listen to System of a Frown. I'm going to get another job.
I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job. LinkedIn email alert and now I'm searching. Left out, got rejected for the job. Now I'm stressed out. Workplace, they got an A. I'm gonna put it in your face. I'm gonna put it in your face. Working on a human farm and they just want my LinkedIn email alert and now I'm searching. I got rejected for the job. Now I'm stressed out. Workplace, they got an A. I'm gonna put it in your face. Workplace, they got an A. I'm gonna working on a human farm and they just want my move. I'm gonna get another job. 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 My workplace is a shitty place. My current partner needing where we go again. I'm gonna get another job. 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 just want my mind. I'm gonna get another job. I'm gonna get another job.
You know, LinkedIn rivals Slack as some shitty ass company.
Oh, LinkedIn is a terrible company.
Oh my
yeah.
God. And like recruiters, you guys suck. Cause like it's just like a depressing place to be on LinkedIn, especially like now. As somebody in marketing, it's like holy shit, like especially marketing ops, that job is just getting gutted by the AIs. And like, you know, that's why I'm working for half the money as I did before. But you know, it's a depressing place. If you go on LinkedIn, it's just like, and I get sucked into it. I admit, like it's like I've been so good for so long at like not being roped into the social media trap, but it's getting me a little bit, you know?
On LinkedIn?
Yeah, because like, you know, if you're trying to look for another job, you know, LinkedIn's kind of what a lot of job posters use, right? So, but like when you go on LinkedIn, you know, they're going to direct you right into all these posts.
Yeah, the feed.
About, and a lot of it's just like people just like, you know, saying like they've applied for, you know, this one guy said he applied for like 2,000 or 3,000 jobs, and like he got laid off from like Google almost 2 years ago, and he's like living out his car now. I'm like, holy shit, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
But that would be a good scam too, because he said he was like, you know, people were sending them like GoFundMe's and stuff, but don't do that as a scam. But I just like, I think it was genuine, but like I was just thinking about that. Like now with AI, like somebody in, you know, a far off country, somebody in Russia, or, I mean, not to like always target the Russians, but like somebody in like a far off country could like just mimic the way people speak and do LinkedIn posts and like, you know, get people to donate money for them. But I mean, there's all kinds of wild stuff that AI can do for scams now. But
Yeah. I had my friend Chris was just telling me about this, and I don't know, I haven't looked into it at all yet, but he was saying that there are people now who are setting up, who are using AI to actually like just create businesses for them. And they just give the AI like $10,000 to like start a business, doesn't matter what it is, and then just do it for them, and it runs all the operations for like, and like creates the whole business on its own. I like that's like currently happening right now, which is just like a mind-boggling kind of thing. I haven't actually looked into that, so you know, don't fact check me on that, but you can see where this is headed. You know, like we're you can't really actually. We can't see where this is headed. You know, theoretically, human beings are infinitely good at creating new jobs, but at a certain point, you have to be delivering value in some way.
Sure.
And if AI is delivering virtually all the value, that like, where does that leave us? You know, I don't know. It is a weird time, and I'm not sure what any of the answers are. Nobody is.
Yeah. What I'm most worried about is that the uber rich people that could like afford those robots that give them blowjobs, the blowbots.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
A blowbot?
I don't think it's called Blowbot, but
That's a
it
good
should
name, though.
be.
That's a good fucking name for yeah.
Yeah. The you robot sex maker toy makers. Go ahead, it's yours. Just throw me a little bit of money for that. But like, if you have like a robot like that, that's like, and I don't know exactly how it works because I don't have one. But like, if you had one like that, like, what's the motivation to like even go outside? Like, you know how fucking awkward those people are gonna be, like when they go out the door and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop today." Like, if you've just been like getting sucked off by this chrome robot like all day long, like, how do you function in normal society? That's like what I'm most scared of,
Dude,
those people as a girl dad, especially.
This is reminding me though of another Metalocalypse episode. Have you watched that show yet? We talked about it last week.
I tried to search it on my TV, my Samsung frame TV.
I think it's on HBO.
And I couldn't spell it correctly, and then I just gave up and moved on to something else.
Wow, that's a level of laziness I didn't know you were capable
I'm
of.
just stressed out. It's not laziness. It's just like, I'm just like, if this doesn't work immediately, I'm moving on. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll send you a link.
Okay.
How about that?
So it's on HBO?
I think so.
I think we have HBO now.
I think or Max or whatever they call it now.
Yeah. There's some good stuff on there.
It's originally an Adult Swim show. But anyways, there's an entire episode where I think they like watch, they like see on the internet some guy who managed to twist his body and be able to suck his own dick. And so they were all so inspired by that because they arrived at the conclusion that they were like, the only reason we do any of this, that we do anything in life, is to try and get somebody else to do that for us. And so
part of that is true.
If we can figure out how to do that ourselves, we don't have to worry about anything else. So they're like desperately, the entire episode, they keep coming back to try and like figuring out how they can suck their dicks.
That's so funny, dude.
Dude, this show is so brilliant.
That's so
It
funny.
makes me laugh so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna search again. Fortunately, I have some days off, so I'm gonna be watching that show.
You do have some days off?
On Friday. I have Friday and Monday off.
Nice. Oh, yeah, there you go. You got a full 4-day weekend.
And if they ever listen to this show, I'll have many days off. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't appreciate the conversations we've had tonight, but you know what?
Well, they should treat me better.
Yeah.
They should treat all their employees better because they are not doing a good job.
Yeah. And maybe they should hear that.
Yeah. So whatever happens, happens.
Should we talk a little bit more about Bad Religion and Stranger Than Fiction, or have we talked about it?
What's your favorite track on there?
I always have a hard time remembering all of them.
Well,
the one that I really like, that's probably not on most people's radar when they think about, because there's quite a few tracks on here that you would have heard, again, like if you were listening to any sort of alternative radio back in the day. But Better Off Dead, I really like that song.
I love that song. That's
I really
one of my
like
favorites.
that song. And I can't really even tell you exactly why I like it so much, but I just think it's a really good song.
The melody's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that, like, it's just like, it's a punk rock song, but it's just like the structure of that melody is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's going so fast, and like the lyrics are great. Like, I love that song too. That's one of my favorites from the album as well. One thing I did discover that I was like, that I didn't notice before was I think the track Television, you know, and they're like,
television.
Yeah. There's a part in there where like there's like a different singer, and I was like, that sounds like the guy from Rancid.
I noticed that. Oh, is it?
It's the guy from Rancid.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
because Epitaph Records.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
They signed Rancid.
I know. And when I discovered that, I was like, that's crazy, because I really like Rancid. Like that guy's voice is Tim something is awesome. He's got like another one of those crazy, unique punk rock voices, and I just love it. But yeah, I really love that track, and the guest appearance it's really cool. But yeah, I didn't like. I forgot that like Offspring was on that record label, and yeah, it's just so good. Those bands were just so good.
Yeah, dude.
But do you want to play? Did you know that I think they opened like an In-N-Out in Vancouver, right? Did that already happen?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that there at least were plans to build an In-N-Out near the airport, right in Portland.
They're gonna do one in Beaverton.
In Beaverton?
Yeah, I think that's happening, but I'm getting excited, and I think there is no location in Vancouver already, just across the border, Portland.
Okay, I don't know that, but that's awesome.
And we were talking earlier this week about like, possibly getting another rapper to the label, and I feel like this song could use a few bars from a different style rapper, but it is pretty good. Not super on topic with the album, but let's just listen to it anyway.
Who cares? Let's throw it on.
I like In-N-Out burgers. I like their salty fries. I made a secret order. Those sexy red skirts, they catch my eye. Man, these white dudes love their burgers and their crispy ass fries. Pull up my Geo Metro and I look her in the eyes. Do I want lap mic? Yo, I think I might. I can smell the salty and I'm thirsty for a bite. I have a Coke with a side of ice. They smile with their voice, they're oh so nice. As a former fry bitch at 89, I respect the potato, they respect my rhymes. Throw some chopped chilies on there. My butt will feel them later. I heard animal styles dope. You don't like, you're a hater. I like In-N-Out burgers. I like their salty fries. I made a secret order. Those sexy red skirts, they catch my eye. I like In-N-Out burgers. I like their salty fries. I made a secret order. Those sexy red skirts, they catch my eye. Coming in hot, it's a flying Dutchman with a coat of cheese. Me, Patty, and my dog went on vacation. I can't wait to buy my meat. Excuse me, sir, I need Thousand Island to drown my buns in a tasty sea. I make a lemon water while no one's watching. Grab my food to my car where I sit and eat. Tiny codes from the Bible on the bottom of my cup. I fill up the trash can and that's what's up. I like In-N-Out burgers. I like their salty fries. I made a secret order. Those sexy red skirts, they catch my eye. Burger, dance, burger. Sexy red skirt. Give me stickers with that order. Burger, dance, burger. Sexy red skirt. Give me stickers with that order. I like In-N-Out burger. I like In-N-Out burger. I made a secret order. Those sexy red skirts, they catch my eye. Burger, dance, burger. Sexy red skirt. Give me stickers with that order. 4x4, y'all. 4x4, y'all.
4x4, y'all.
Another fire Kall of Booty track.
I don't think I ever went as far as the 4x4. I think the 3x3 was the biggest I ever I ever got. I think. Maybe I did a 4x4 before. I don't know.
Damn. Well, I worked at In-N-Out Burger when they like could do 50 by 50s and stuff like that. And, you know, couldn't stack it like
Yeah,
this,
they
right?
just lay it out on.
They would lay it out.
I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
I think
I don't get the point of that though.
I think
to
they
be
stopped doing that.
honest. Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but definitely a good place to work.
Yeah, so I didn't know this until last episode when you were talking about this, that you used to work at In-N-Out.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I loved that line. The sexy red skirt, it catches my eye. Because it does catch the eye. You know, with the paper hats, you know, and the red skirt.
I used to wear that
Very
sexy red
clean
skirt.
looking uniform that everybody wears as they work there. But I was just curious, listening to that song, what else on the hidden menu do most people not know about? Because you must know everything that's on the hidden menu, right?
Yeah, I could recall.
Like I felt like I would have known basically everything on the hidden menu. However, they mentioned in that song just now something about putting chilies on your fries.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that was an option.
yeah. They have chopped chilies.
Chopped chilies.
Yeah, and
I didn't know that was an option.
yeah, you can. Well, you could just request the chilies. I mean, they're not necessarily chopped, but they're chilies that you could put on your burger. Like, so the basic rule with In-N-Out is that like pretty much anything they have, like as ingredients wise, they could try to accommodate it with your order. So like you could get like pretty creative. There's like a style, like obviously a lot of people know about like protein style. They wrap it in lettuce, but you could like wrap it in tomatoes. You could have them make a burger for you that's wrapped in tomatoes.
Do people do that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know. And then like, you know,
Like unnecessarily messy.
like you could obviously order as many like meats and cheeses that you want. But there's like fried mustard that comes on like the animal style burger, but you could like ask them the like fried mustard, fried ketchup. Like you could order a Coke float there or a root beer float.
Oh,
Which is awesome.
yeah.
That's
How do they fry the mustard?
They just throw it
On the grill or
the grill, and then, you know, on like fry it on the patty, basically. I don't know. It's like they never let me do the grill. I never got to that level. I was just a fry bitch, like in this song. That was the highest level I achieved. Like you start out as like, you know, taking orders or like cleaning up the trash, and then, you know, I reached level 4, fry bitch.
Nice.
And yeah. What else? I mean,
I think you said last week that you peaked at In-N-Out. So you peaked at Fry Bitch.
yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, at Fry Bitch. And I don't know, like, I remember one night, somebody came in like late night and they asked if we could make donuts. And I don't know if they could do this anymore, but like the girl like rolled up the burger buns and put some like powdered sugar on it, threw it into the fire or the fryer.
Yeah.
The fryer, and like, you know, added more sugar at the end and made this guy donuts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, yeah.
So you can basically just order anything as long as In-N-Out has the ingredients to do it. They'll do it.
I mean, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure a lot has changed, but you know, yeah, it's cool stuff. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else I could recall as far as like the secret menu, but you know, Flying Dutchman's just,
What's the Flying Dutchman?
it's just like a patty with cheese. You could just order meat patties. People like do that all the time for their dogs.
That's the Flying Dutchman, is just a patty with cheese?
yeah.
I've never seen anybody order that.
Yeah.
I never heard that one either. So that, yeah.
You could order like extra of like all the vegetables, extra tomatoes, extra lettuce, extra onions. I personally like to get my onion whole grilled. And then that's when you go there and they're like, whole grill down, please. Because it takes longer to like grill the onion.
What do they like a slight, like a disc of onion?
Yeah.
And then they grill it like that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. Because I always like the grilled onions.
Yeah.
But they're like chopped. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, that's good too. Like I kind of switch between doing like animal style, which is just like where it's chopped, or like I'll get like a double with whole grilled onions. Mm-hmm. And
I'll have to try that next time.
You know, and then
it's been a long time since I've been in and out.
Yeah. You can get the animal style fries. I think that's a lot of it.
My problem is I hate Thousand Island.
Oh,
I hate it. Can't do it. So I don't ever do animal style, but I'll do like cheese with, grilled onions and that kind of stuff.
No sauce?
No sauce.
You
yeah.
can get ketchup
I'm a no sauce guy.
You're
I'm a no
sauce?
ketchup guy. Yeah.
Is that
no sauce.
Really?
No sauce.
Wow. Did you feel really passionately about that? Because you said that like 3 times.
Yeah. Well, at In-N-Out, they make me say it multiple times. When I order it In-N-Out, I'll say my order would usually be pretty much the same. It's like a double or a double single actually is usually what I'll go, because I think double is just a little too much cheese.
Yeah.
So I usually get double single with grilled onions, no sauce. And then they'll always say, would you like ketchup and mustard instead? No. So like whenever somebody else is taking my order to go to In-N-Out, I have to specify multiple times. I have to say no sauce and no ketchup and mustard when they ask. I like mustard. I just don't want it on the burger.
You wouldn't have had to do that with me, my friend. I would have just been like, no sauce. Bum.
You didn't ask? You didn't ask if they needed for ketchup and mustard instead?
No.
Because literally every single time I ordered it In-N-Out, they would always ask, as if it was like part of their script.
Well, times have changed, my friend. What can I say? But you might relate to this one as a grill dad.
As a grill dad?
As a grill dad. He is a good grill dad. Here we go.
Go like this, go like that, now we brush your hair. Daddy's gonna help you with the ponytail. I go like this, go like that, and a little bit flail. Daddy trying to help you with the ponytail. Ah, this is hard for daddy. Ah, this is hard for him. But daddy's a girl daddy, and he will persevere, maybe with YouTube.
Wow, that was a long single note.
Yeah.
What instrument was that?
Was it with the toot horn?
Sounded like a tut.
Yeah. Yeah, it did sound like a tut. That was more Party Lemons. So, yeah, what did you think about that track right there?
I mean, it reminded me of the struggle of trying to put my kids' hair up. I've gotten pretty good at putting their hair into like ponytails or a bun. Even pigtails I can manage.
Oh, geez.
But
braggart.
Yeah, they asked me if I can French braid, and I'm like, no, I can't do that, and I really can't be bothered to even practice it.
I could do a really shoddy ballet ponytail, and usually I could do enough of a ponytail for my kid to like have it in her hair for about 10 minutes. And that's all I need for dropping them off to things like ballet and school.
Yeah.
Because then there's always somebody else that can like, help.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But
my
I am
kids
getting
do.
better, but slowly but surely.
Yeah. I mean, I can put the hair in a pretty decent ponytail. It'll hold for a while. But gymnastics, no, I don't think anybody can put it in a tight enough ponytail for that to stay in the whole time. That's just not possible.
Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask you something earlier, but what was your second favorite track on the album?
I have to look at the track list.
Did you like the first track of the album, Incomplete?
I don't.
What is the cause of my condition? Well, that's the second verse.
Kind of. I don't know, man. A lot of. They kind of meld into one another a lot of the time. I think
'Cause you're old and jaded now.
Tiny Voices was pretty good. I mean, they're all good.
Yeah.
Like it's not like there's like anything I don't like necessarily. One thing though, coming back to this band, in Bad Religion's history, there's this interesting piece that I kind of like went on a little tangent with. They put out this album in 1983, so they had been already a punk rock staple, built a little bit of a following, and they went on this tangent with this album called Into the Unknown, which they have since they had basically immediately after it came out, they tried to bury it because they were like embarrassed by it.
Know the feeling.
Brett Gurewitz referred to it as a misstep, this album. And so it was very far removed from the sound that they were known for, which is punk rock. Mm-hmm. And even this, so anyways, this album was very like new wave heavy. It was a lot of synthesizer focus. Sounded almost like Depeche Mode.
Okay.
So I was looking it up. You can't find it on Spotify. It won't come up. Well, they did scrub it. They scrubbed it for a long time, and you couldn't find it basically anywhere until 2010 when it was issued on vinyl as part of the box set 30 Years of Bad Religion, and has never been reissued on its own. This particular album. So I did find it on YouTube. The album exists as one long video of just like a 32-minute that the entire album is on there. So I listened to the first track on it earlier today. And it is I can't comment too much on it yet because I really want to listen to the whole album. And I want to hear it. It received pretty favorable reviews from music critics when it was first released, but the fans hated it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it was just like so vastly different and not what they were looking for. It's not a particularly polished new wave sort of sound. It's kind of psychedelic. But it's I want to like come back to this at a certain point and listen to more.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyways, I thought that was a
Okay.
fascinating little thing. It's called Into the Unknown, which ironically, and maybe is tied to it. Have you seen Frozen 2?
Oh, yes, I have many times.
Ah,
Yeah.
Into the unknown.
You didn't quite nail that one, but
I did nail that.
it was a little flat.
Hey, I didn't comment on your
Also
song
flat.
earlier that
Also
you were
flat.
singing of Bad Religions, which are
You
Strangers
should
in
have.
Fiction.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good, but that's okay.
So, anyways,
I mean, that was good. It was just the high note.
so this album has nothing to do with Frozen 2, but same title,
Yeah. So that is interesting.
Thanks. We're full of interesting facts on this
Yes.
show and interesting comparisons that don't actually exist.
I only say it to him so he could say it back to me. No, that's not true. I do find a lot of the things that you say interesting. But I was going to ask, what was the timeline on when they released that album? Was it like...
That was in 1983, so that was early on.
Oh, so they did the new wave thing in 1983?
Yeah,
Damn.
1983.
That's crazy.
And shifting way away from hardcore punk. They do this like kind of new wave synth focused album that sounds nothing like what you would think of as Bad Religion, and then shift straight back to the, hardcore melodic punk sort of stuff.
I mean, what do you think like inspired that like attempt at a new wave album? Chicks?
I mean, usually that's what inspires most people.
But ego probably too, because I've definitely had those like thoughts where I'm like, I could do that. And then I just do some hack job of somebody else's good genre. I'm not saying that this is hack job, but
okay, so this is pretty fun. I'm just gonna read straight out of Wikipedia right here. So while on tour promoting their debut studio album, How Could Hell Be Any Worse, the members of Bad Religion noticed this shift in the mood of people involved in the punk rock scene in Southern California. In the lead up to their record sessions of their second album, the band members were adamant that punk is dead and decided to move on from the genre. According to author Dave Thompson in his book Alternative Rock, the subsequent sessions were fraught at the best of times and positively disastrous at the worst of times. Guitarist Ben Gurewitz stated that it was quickly produced after the release of the band's debut album because the band did not take themselves seriously and did not think it would last very long, despite the success of the debut and popularity of the underground music scene. Gurewitz said that little thought was put into the album's production. During the sessions, bassist Jay Bentley was so outraged at vocalist Greg Graffin's overusage of Roland Juno 60 synthesizer that he quit the band when they were partway through the recording of the first track. And drummer Pete Finestone also walked out, subsequently leaving to study in England. Paul Dodona played bass in Bentley's place, while Davey Goldman filled in for Finestone on drums. Bad Religion hired producer Tom Wilson to collaborate with the band during the album's production. So the musical style and influences here, Gurewitz and the other band members were very much into progressive rock before getting into punk rock and wanted to record an album reflecting a prog and avant-garde influence. The album is characterized by slower tempos and use of electronic organ and piano-driven melody. Most critics have categorized Into the Unknown as progressive rock, hard rock, new wave, and power pop. Thompson described the album's sound as Graffin's outer, I don't even know what that word is, keyboards colliding punk and proto-synth pop before sailing off into distinctly softer, rockier pastures and prescient soaring harmonies.
Oh, that was a mouthful.
I mean, critics, I think, seem to actually like it, but I think it was just such a shift away from their, like, what they were trying to do and who they were.
Sure.
And I think ever since then, they've really stuck firmly to who they were.
And punk rock is just like such an identity too, It's like, especially when you're like a younger kid, like you take on that image of being a punk rocker and like what that means. Mm-hmm. If somebody's like,
and you take it seriously too.
Take it seriously. And then So if the band that you love, just one day it's just like, all right, we're doing this cool 80s thing, you know, this cool new wave. You'll be like, what the hell? Like your whole kind of musical world is kind of turned upside down. And that's why people get pissed. On the other side of the coin too, it's like, I feel like artists should be able to just kind of like write about what they want and feel at the time. And I think that's brave, because I mean, you think about it, like, we were just talking about like the Nasally Yours guys, like the guys that are just like have the same look for 20 years, but like, you know, people like change, you know, and with their life experiences, and like the music they listen to changes too. And so like, it'd be kind of hard to expect that same artist to keep on like having the same thoughts and like influences that he or she had like when they were younger, you know. But it happens, but
Yeah.
it's rare. And so like a lot of times artists like go through these different kind of like phases until they get shamed back into like doing their original one, or they just enjoy doing that better. I don't know. It can go a variety of different ways.
Yeah, dude. So I looking at the history of this album in particular. Sorry, I know that it's a totally different album that we're focused on, but this one, because it was issued on vinyl as part of the box set 30 Years of Bad Religion and has never been reissued on its own, I kind of figured that would be an extremely rare LP to have on vinyl.
Totally.
But it doesn't look like it costs very much at all.
Really?
If you were to like just try and buy it.
How much is it?
I mean, it's showing. Oh, I guess there's a big range. It ranges from 16. Okay, so okay, never mind. So there's one that showed up here. Oh, that's on CD. Never mind, for €20. But the LP is $615. So that's a pricey.
Oh shit.
That's a very pricey one, and that's a very good plus condition.
Damn.
There's another one for $600. There's one here for $260. Also very good plus. Yeah, I would imagine that's a pretty rare piece to actually own.
Well,
There's
let's go
260 is the lowest price that I'm seeing on Discogs.
Yeah, let's go hunting.
That's fascinating though. That would be cool to have.
Do you want to listen to Pump Again by Reggaenomics? Because I feel like it's what's happening right now. You know, at the pump.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like the prices just keep going up, and yeah, I'm feeling this song, Pump by Reggaenomics.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You know we love our President Trump, but we're struggling at the pump. Gas so high, no dates, no hump, 'cause we're struggling at the pump. My friend is such a miser because of high price of fertilizer. Diesel too for equipment, Iran blocking our Hormuz shipment. Back to me, my wife, no happy. In my driveway of my car, I happy. I cannot drive, it's too expensive. Go on a long walk, pretend I'm pensive. You know we love our President Trump, yeah, but smell the stink, make your face go sour. You know we love our President Trump, yeah, but we're struggling at the pump. Gas so high, no dates, no hump, yeah, 'cause we're struggling at the pump, yeah. You know we love our President Trump, yeah, but we're struggling at the pump, yeah. Gas so high, no dates, no hump, yeah, 'cause we're struggling at the pump, yeah. You know we love our President Trump, yeah. Woo, but we're struggling at the pump, yeah. Gas so high, maybe rethink Trump, 'cause we're struggling at the pump. Yes, we're struggling at the pump.
It's very topical.
What I didn't notice the first time I listened to that was like towards the end, he has like a Eddie Vedder kind of singing moment. I was like, we're struggling at the bum. I was like, where did that come from? But there's like a lot of musical genres like spanned in this one track.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Very, very interesting track.
Throwing a little bit of acoustic guitar palm muting in there. That's like a couple parts.
Hey, man.
It's a good track though, man. Yeah. I mean, I hate Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Hate him
Yeah.
genuinely, and I don't use that word lightly. But hey, you know, some people like him.
The shade from Reggaenomics, because Reggaenomics are true conservatives.
Yeah.
You know, and for them to sing about any kind of shade to President Trump is rare.
Yeah.
But
well,
like-
they better be careful because he releases his wrath on anybody who speaks out against him, and especially if you're in the Republican Party. So yeah, just be careful is all I would
That's
say.
true.
You know,
That's true. I heard they're kind of setting up their slush fund for each other. That sounds great.
oh God, let's not get into politics too much.
Should we just close out with Wolfmanough and call it a night?
I think so. Yeah. Let's play one last one, and
Yeah,
I think I'm ready for bed.
me too.
Maneuver. He's got a really nice wolf maneuver. She's got a really nice wolf maneuver. He's got a really nice wolf maneuver. They got a really nice wolf maneuver. You got a really nice wolf maneuver. Poof. Now you see my maneuver, you goof. That's not my maneuver, the truth. I like your wolf when you dance against my booty, your cute roses. When you do to your boot, I wanna feel your noof again, poof. You walk away, I was way too thirsty. She's got a really nice wolf maneuver. He's got a really nice wolf maneuver. They got a really nice wolf maneuver. You got a really nice wolf maneuver. You like that girl, then tell the truth that you want her wolf maneuver. Maybe don't say it like that. Get some ideas from AI chat. She's back at the bar. You drive up in your Geo Metro car, rolling with confidence till you try to steal a glance. She's with that guy from Chess Club. I bet they get to share a tub. But if you want even more truth, he's got a really nice wolf maneuver. She's got a really nice wolf maneuver. He's got a really nice wolf maneuver. They got a really nice wolf maneuver. You got a really nice wolf maneuver. She's got a really nice wolf maneuver. He's got a really nice wolf maneuver. They got a really nice wolf maneuver. You got a really nice wolf maneuver.
That was a Wolf Maneuver by Bag of Sticks. Bye.
Bag of Sticks? Oh God. Bye.